Are you just starting out on your investment journey in the Thrift Savings Plan? In this video, I'm going to answer the question, can you invest in individual stocks within your TSP, but also cover all the investment options that are available in the Thrift Savings Plan? Coming up. Hey everybody, welcome to the What If I Invested YouTube channel. I'm Donnie Gardner. If you're interested in learning more about long-term investing, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel just so you can get the latest from us. Okay, whenever I first started investing in the TSP back in 2008, after getting out of AIT and everything, I wanted to know everything that I could about the Thrift Savings Plan just so I can maximize my investment. Because I'm sure you probably have the same goal that I had back in 2008. I'm like, I want to retire a millionaire. How do I get there? So the very first thing you need to do is learn what the investment options are within the Thrift Savings Plan. So can you invest in individual stocks? The short answer is no, but there is kind of a sort of. And the way that goes about is there's 5 core funds within the Thrift Savings Plan, but there's also what's called L funds. Now I'm going to talk about this in a little more detail. So while you can't invest in individual companies, like say Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, you can't invest in those individually, but you can invest in these 5 core funds, and some of those do invest in those companies. So those 5 core funds are the G fund, the F fund, the S fund, the C fund, and the I fund. Then the 6th bonus are the L funds, and the L fund is simply a life cycle fund. It incorporates those 5 core funds within that life cycle fund, and basically you can choose a target date. Maybe you want to retire in 2045. Now it's going to make you more aggressive, meaning you're going to be more stock focused as far as what's in those funds, to less aggressive once you hit that retirement age. So let's talk a little more in detail those 5 core funds. First, the G fund. Now the G fund, the whole purpose of this is to preserve capital. So it's going to be investing in things like US securities, which is more secure, but you're going to have a less of a return. And when I say more secure, meaning the chances of losing capital, the money you put in, is less likely. Next is the F fund, and this tries to mimic the Bloomberg Barclays US Aggregate Bond Fund. So it's made up of corporate bonds as well as government-backed securities. So this is going to be one of those more secure investments, meaning that the preservation of capital with just a slight little bit of return is the focus of this fund. The 3rd one is the C fund, and this basically mimics the S&P 500. So think about if you could just buy all the companies, within the ratio of the S&P 500, that's what this C fund follows. So this particular fund is invested in individual companies, but you are just buying into the fund that buys all those individual companies. So you're well diversified and you're just gonna follow the S&P 500 as far as your overall returns. The next fund is the S fund, and this one tries to mirror the Dow Jones US Completion Total Stock Market Index. So think of the whole total stock market, everything you see on the news, this is what this one's gonna try to mirror. And this one, once again, invest in individual stocks, but you are just buying into that S fund, so you're kind of buying a proportion of all of those stocks. And the 5th one is the I fund, and this is simply the international fund. So they're investing in companies outside of the United States. So these are the 5 core funds that make up the Thrift Savings Plan. Now, if you want to learn how to be a TSP millionaire, I have created a video about that. You can check it out here, or you can watch one of my latest videos here. Otherwise, until next time, keep on investing.